Welcome to Compass Health. For over 110 years, we have been serving the communities of Snohomish, Skagit, Island, and San Juan counties. We provide behavioral health, and social support services. In the past year, we served over 17,000 kids, adults, and older adults, providing them critically needed services that are otherwise unavailable in the community. We provide therapeutic foster care for seriously emotionally disturbed children, services to older adults in nursing homes who have health and mental health challenges, as well as outreach to our community's homeless to identify those with mental illness and provide them with treatment and services. With the advent of healthcare reform, we have also begun to provide health services to our community members that have multiple chronic medical conditions that often go unidentified and untreated. We are providing care management services to these community members, assisting them to transition out of medical inpatient units and ensuring when they return home, they have the health, behavioral health, and social services that they need to be happy and healthy in the community. This next year, we're anticipating that many of our community members that have gone without insurance and have not had access to the care that they need will now have access to care. This presents an extraordinary opportunity for our organization to continue to serve the community, but it will also challenge our capacities. We're governed by a board of directors comprised of community leaders who care about our mission and the welfare of our organization, and have nearly 600 staff who have dedicated their careers to serving others.
And still, every time I read it, I cry.
Those things were just always a part of who I was, you know.
What I've noticed that it has benefited is my children. I see a big difference.
I was afraid to come out of my apartment.
My mother was actually the backbone to all of this for me. She got me in. I have lived in this building for 20 years. I needed not just a place to live, but I needed therapy, which I get.
I initially came to Compass Health because I was showing some really severe signs of mental illness. I was hearing things, seeing things, and my behavior was really erratic. That was in 1997. Compass Health was there for me I had a case manager. It really worked out well. I started to rebound quite quickly from that because of the support.
I attended Compass Health when I was 10 years old, so my mom actually had brought me here, and I found it to be a great experience for myself, so I decided for my children it was the best thing that was for me, so I brought them here also.
Since I've been coming to Compass Health, I've been making friends and socializing and laughing and just talking with people and helping people, and it's a safe place here at Compass Health.
Having permanent housing has helped with my mental illness because I'm not worried about a roof over my head. You know, it takes a huge amount of stress where you know where you're going to sleep. You know where you're going to have the good times, bad times, and indifferent times. You know it's your home. I know I have wonderful friends I can visit with here, but when I'm tired at the end of the day or I'm not feeling like company, I have a space that's just my own. There's nobody else's but just mine. And that's important. It does help the mental health issues. I cannot tell you how much it helps. To have somewhere where it's just yours, nobody else's, is entirely healing.
You know, I've fallen down a lot. I've been hospitalized, I can't count how many times. But every time has been just another learning experience for me. Been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and that was kind of hard to take at first. And now it's just part of who I am. I don't live my mental illness. It's just who I am. It's part of me, and I have to constantly keep reminding myself of that.
What's been beneficial for myself has been that seeing the changes in my kids. Even in school, I've noticed a big difference in Adrian. He's able to express his feelings. He's able he has better skills of showing how to use proper way of when he's upset, when he's sad, and so it's helped us.
If there was no such place as Compass Health, I would be just like, I wouldn't have friends. I wouldn't learn so much stuff that's helpful to me and is helpful to other people who come here. Without Compass Health, you wouldn't get to have all the fun you do in the groups. I mean, and even in the groups you think might be boring, they're not, because you get to, get to know people better.
I was nominated by my team for the Peer Counselor State, or the State Peer Counselor Recognition Award, that is given out by the Department of Behavioral Rehabilitation. My boss, our team leader, showed me the nomination. He says, "Do you want to see something that's going to floor you?" I'm like, "Oh my God." And when he showed it to me, I just started crying. I could not believe that there are people in this world who actually thought the kind of things that I heard. I never have felt so validated in my entire life about the kind of person that I am, and that I don't even recognize it in myself, that other people, all my coworkers, had nothing but the greatest things to say about me. And I just am still, every time I read it, I cry. They're great people, and I'm glad that they think I'm great too.
If I didn't have Compass Housing, I wouldn't be in a good spot. Without Compass Housing, I wouldn't have all my friends.
Compass Health is just a really positive place to be.
If Compass Health wasn't here, I probably would not be with my family at all. I wouldn't have my child, he's 12, and I've been with Compass Health longer than that. My life would be very different and in not good ways. So I really have to thank Compass Health for everything they've done for me.
We cannot fulfill our mission without the support of the community. Thank you for your support.